What's up guys, NepentheZ here and welcome back to another episode of A Draft to Glory. It has been weeks since not only did we draft, but weeks since I've had gameplay on the main channel. So let's get a big old thumbs up. The Futmas festivities. I've just taken over the channel, man. It's been SBCs and pack openings for a fair few weeks. But we're not just about SBCs and pack openings. We are also about gameplay. So let's get into a draft. I haven't played draft for a fair while, so I'm hoping, let's take that 4-3-2-1. I'm hoping we can get a 188. I'm hoping we can get some big players. I guess we'll start with the Messi. I prefer to take the 95 Messi, but I don't mind starting with the 93 Messi. And I hope that we can get ourselves a draft win under our belt to kick things back off with. Do me a favour, dudes. Just slam a thumbs up. Let's try and just smash the thumbs up. Whee! I like that Gabriel. I know Perez links with Messi, but even as a sub, that path to glory, Gabriel Jesus, might be quite nice to have there. Especially once we match him up with Alexis Sanchez. They'll both now get 8 chemistry, no matter what each. So if we do get La Liga players in the midfield, oh man, I want to take that Tolisso card. Again, I know Graniero's alright, but that Tolisso, he's easy to link as a Frenchman. Do we go Parejo and get him linked with Messi? Do we go Silva, who's Spanish as well? I mean, that's a nice high-rated team. Maybe we go for high-rated players instead of going for chemistry. That Ljajic card is actually quite... That Ljajic card is actually quite nice, is the words I was looking for. So we'll take him. I'm not going to get good chemistry out of this. I could just feel it. Next up on the boards is maybe Van Aanholt. We'll go Premier League down this left-hand side. We'll pop Tolisso into the centre of the park. So David Villa is David Silva, apologies, is going to be on that company with a shadow and the strong link. 10 chem on him. Yo, this is shaping up to be a Premier League team, but it's shaping up to be quite a nice Premier League team. So I don't mind that too much. Do I take Laporte as well? Yes, because he's La Liga and he's French. Or do we take Koulibaly because he gets a soft link to Ljajic? No. No. We'll take Laporte. We'll swap those two around and we get another nice little chemistry boost. And then we'll go in for... Maybe I should have taken the... I should have taken the Calcio defender. I shouldn't have taken the goalkeeper now either. Although, yeah, Ter Stegen's where it's at. We're going Ter Stegen. I know he's going to be off chem, but he's going to be better than the other goalkeepers that we would have had. That's not a bad team so far. We need a few positions here or there. Let me take the reserves first. I actually quite like the team. I hope we can get the chemistry required. Now, do we put Iniesta in there instead of Ljajic? I believe we do, because he's going to get good links all round. Or we could put Sané in there, because he would also get good links all round. I think, or we could take Salah because he's the right wing and use Messi as a super sub, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to take Iniesta, and Iniesta's going to go in there, and we do get a 3 chem boost off of that. And if we get one more La Liga midfielder, we're in great shape. As Piliqueta Spanish? No, not really. I feel like taking Jordi Alba and play him at right back. And then... although I think it will be detrimental to chemistry swapping these two around. We actually do get a small chem boost here. So now, a Premier League centre mid or a La Liga centre mid, and we are golden. And Iniesta's going to get 6 chemistry, maybe 7 with the right manager. Messi's on 7 with the right manager. And 7 chemistry is okay for me. You know, they get the base card stats plus a small boost. So what do we get here? We get Gylfi Sigurdsson, who's going to be the guy that we take because it just makes the most sense. We'll pop him in there. We'll swap those two around. That didn't actually help out at all. I suppose it's who do I want off chem really, isn't it? 9 and 7 or 6 and 10. Let's go 9 and 7. Let's give it a more well-rounded boost. That's not too bad at all. And then we're just looking to improve the areas that we've already got from now on, I guess. So we could take Nelson Semedo. He gets a strong link. Yeah, he does. He gets a strong link in at right back. That'll boost our chemistry by 4. Jordi Alba, I believe, boosts our chemistry as well. It does. And the centre-back's only on 7 too. And with Jordi Alba, he's on 6. And he gives Ter Stegen 10 chem. So I'm going to be doing that. That puts us up to 88 chemistry. And it's an 87 rated team. So that is not bad at all. Choices. We could go with Kylian Mbappe and link him with Tolisso. Not wise. We could take Mane and link him with with David Silva and Gabriel Jesus, although he would only get the same chemistry that Messi has got. Wouldn't change Iniesta's chemistry. It would boost David Silva's chemistry. So we would get a small chem boost from Mane and Salah. That Mane card's decent. Let's take it. Let's use Messi as a sub instead of as a starter. And Gabriel Jesus gets a chem boost there as well. So a nice big boost of chemistry. That puts us up to a 94 rated team. Sorry, an 87 rated team with 94 chemistry. I'm happy with the goalkeeper unless we get... Oh, God. I was going to say, unless we get like a real good player. Now putting Lloris back in. If we go Lloris, I know that initially takes us down. But then we can put Laporte in. And that takes us up to 95 chemistry. Iniesta, not perfect on chemistry. If we could get a Premier League right back, I'll switch the team around and that will be ideal. So a Premier League right back is kind of what we're looking for. Juan Fran, does he help? He most certainly does not. Unless I play Alba, Juan Fran and Ter Stegen. That would work, but it also... I think that would work anyway. I'm going to take Juan Fran, or we could take Fernandes and play Fernandes, Ter Stegen and Alba. Iniesta over on the left, David Silva on the right. Let's take Fernandes. Let me just have a look at what we can get by way of chemistry with the full La Liga defense. That takes up to 98 chem. Yeah, 98 chem there. Sigurdsson off chem. Everybody else is perfect. And then obviously Iniesta is off chem too. That's much better, I think. Personally. I could be wrong. But I think that's better. That Lloris card is nice. It's a shame that we can't get him in. But I'll take it. We do get a Premier League right back. So I could go Premier League down that right hand side. Put Iniesta over to the left side. Put back in Vincent Kompany. Although then Vincent Kompany wouldn't get full chem. So I think we'll steer clear of that. We could take Juan Fran. Maybe we'll take Juan Fran anyway, because he's highest rated. And we'll start trying to get the highest rated squad. We'll see if we can get a 188 out of this. We've got a nice big bench, and we've got some high rated players here. It's the 82 and the 81 that's a bit of a problem. And I might get one more defender, but it's the midfielders and attackers now. Ooh. KDB. Yes. I think Mesut Ozil would give Sanchez and get from Sanchez. No, KDB's the one. KDB goes in there. Now, unfortunately... Oh, no, fortunately, yeah, that works. Iniesta loses loads of chem there, which sucks. But it's now only Iniesta and Mane that are off chem. Wait, if I swap those two around, that puts Iniesta back on chem, but not the left centre back, which sucks. It's neither here nor there. We'll see. We still might change depending on. Okay, we're not changing off of anything off of this. We'll take the 78 rated. We'll pop in the 82 in there. I wonder now, actually. I wonder if Sigurdsson is a better shout. Pop Sigurdsson in there. That's 100 chem. Why is that 100 chem? We lose 3 chem on the centre back. We gain chem on Mane. We lose chem on... Oh, wait. If I put him here now... Is that probably better? What did we have it at? We had it as that. That's everyone on 10 chem and then 4 and 6 here. I think I'd rather leave it like that. Let's just hope for a decent player out of these picks. Oh, God. Never mind. Definitely not going to be getting a 188 now unless I get like a 100 rated player here. Oh, well, damn. Manuel Neuer doesn't fit. We're going to take that. We're going to take that Icon Maldini. We're going to pop him in there at left back. We're going to swap around these two here, and we're going to put Gylfi Sigurdsson in. Is that what I want to do? Is that what I want to do? Or is that what I want to do? Who do I want on 6 chem? I probably want Gylfi on 6 chem. Or do we put Iniesta down this right-hand side? That puts up to 99. I think that's probably the best. And I am going to use Maldini instead of Jordi Alba as well. Just because I want to. Wait, if I put Jordi Alba in here, we lose chem. I like that team. I think that's a solid setup. Obviously, could be better. The defense, not the greatest, not terrible by any stretch of the imagination. We've got some awesome players to bring on. Messi, Tolisso, and Jordi Alba. Ljajic as well, not a bad player. All in all, I'm quite happy with this team. The best manager for us is a Spanish Premier League manager. But I'll settle just for a Premier League manager. We don't get a Premier League manager, so after that it'll be a Spanish League, Belgian. Well, we get a Belgian, so De Bruyne can go up to 10. Or we can take the Spanish manager and send Iniesta up to 5. I'm going to take Iniesta up to 5. I think that little boost there is going to be quite nice. So we get ourselves, guys, a 187, which is still a very good draft, a very high-rated draft. Now, it remains to be seen, after not playing draft so long, whether or not I can win the draft, how lucky I get in the draft, and whether or not we get some good rewards at the end of the draft. So that is the draft, guys. Let's get into the action. Okay, guys, as we go into the gameplay, the first opponent we come up against has got a 99 chem, 84 rated team. A full Premier League team, but quite weird. 2 fullbacks at centre-back. Not that I'm opposed to playing players out of position myself, but quite a basic team with that Harry Kane. No special cards, no Ronaldos, no Messis. So I kind of looked at that team and thought to myself, yeah, this is one we should be beating. Now, although I haven't played draft in a while and I have been, you know, still strong on foot champs, doing good on foot champs generally speaking, draft gameplay is different, but not because it's different. I know a lot of people believe that it's actually just different gameplay, that it's faster or slower or whatever. But I believe it's different because you're using players you're not used to, with chemistry styles that don't usually apply to them, with players off of chemistry in formations that you don't normally use. And I think it just gives the user a different gaming experience personally. But with that being said, I do feel like the gameplay on draft is different for those specific reasons. So I was, you know, after coming from a team that I'm used to, that I've played, you know, 1,000 games with, in a formation that I love with player instructions and custom tactics that I'm so used to playing with a team and a formation that I'm unfamiliar with players that I've never used before. I was kind of like, you know, I haven't played draft in so long that I wondered if I was out of the swing of things. The first game, however, went down really well. In the second game, we come up against a 4-3-2-1 team with some really nice players. Team of the group stage, Mbappe, Ronaldo and Neymar. Dele Alli, Kovacic and Ben Arfa, and then the in-form Alonso, in-form Valencia, Danny Carvajal, Ziegler at centre-back again. That's the second Ziegler we've seen at centre-back in 2 games, and Petr Cech in goal. And things didn't start off too well for us. Not quite from kick-off. I actually think it might have been my kick-off, and I gave up possession of the ball. The ball goes all the way across the face of the goal. None of my defenders stuck a leg out. My goalkeeper couldn't get a hand to it, and we went 1-0 down. That was quickly compounded by a second. Neymar getting in behind here. Cuts it across again. This time it does hit the goalkeeper, but in a box full of blue shirts, the rebound, of course, falls to Dele Alli on his left peg, and he pops out in the back of the net. So 2-0 down, but I wasn't too concerned because I was still creating chances. I knew that I'd get my opportunity to get back into the game, and that came with a great run from Mane, who lays it off to Alexis Sanchez and gets the low driven through the keeper's legs to make it 2-1. And it was just a few minutes later that it became 2-2. Jordi Alba, who I brought on as a sub down that left-hand side, slots that in there to Gabriel Jesus, and he manages to score. So what happened was, I realised that 2-0 down in this game that Neymar and Ronaldo were just abusing me for pace. I didn't, you know, I had Nacho, Fernandez, and can't remember who my right centre-back was. I took my right centre-back off. I put Maldini in that right centre-back spot, and I brought Jordi Alba on to go in that left-back spot, just to give me a little bit more pace because I was unable to deal with it. My opponent then scores a phenomenal goal. Fair play. That backheel pass through my defence was really good. Kovacic picks up the loose ball and makes it 3-2, but from kickoff in typical FIFA fashion. And we're going to talk about this in the final game, but kickoff goals are just a problem, man. I score a kickoff goal here myself. My opponent doesn't deserve to necessarily concede here. It was a well-worked goal in the end, but it was a well-worked goal just because his AI was stagnant. You could see it. Like, you know, he's frantically trying to change player to get a player to use. He's unable to do it. Eventually I get through to a decent area where a simple 1-2 is enough to get some space, and we scored to make it 3-3. I then scored to make it 4-3, and then I eventually scored, I believe, to make it 5-3. The ball falls here to Gabriel Jesus. Lovely little bit of space in and around the box there. Passes that backwards to Alexis Sanchez, who came on in the midfield so that Messi could go up front. My opponent is just backing off me. You can see here he's not really pressing me too hard. Gives me a lot of space there. Eventually we get the ball through to Mane, and he scores to make it 5-3. And there was still time for more goals in this game yet. So from kickoff again, I think this is already the third kickoff goal this video. My opponent just two passes, he's through with Messi, and he scores. And it's just so tough to defend. I know there are like things you can do. You can drag your players back into the space. You can do the offside trap. You can try and like just draw a foul and just take them out on the ball. But it's not always that simple, you know. Sometimes you because your team is so stagnant and the ball's moving at you so rapidly, you try and select a player, and the player selection is just horrible. You're just unable to get the player that you want, so you can't even put a foul in if you wanted to. And because of that, you end up selecting players that you don't want to use and that you don't want to play with. And you end up either moving them out of position or just being useless with them because it's not who you wanted. And it just causes a problem. Into game 3 we go, though, guys. We come up against a good team, but not a great team. Some strong players in there with Lukaku, Sigurdsson and Ronaldo, De Bruyne, Isco and Roberto Carlos. But the defence, a little bit slow, off chemistry. That Paulinho card off chem as well, a little bit weak. We end up getting a very early goal here with Alexis Sanchez. Jinx past one player, 2 passes later, and Andres Iniesta is there to tap that one home to make it 1-0. And guess what? That was a kickoff goal. So that's another one. I think we're up to 4 in this video. Both scored some and conceded some. I'll grant that. I think I've scored 3 and conceded 1 from kickoff so far. The ball comes in again here, though, guys. We make it 2-0. Gabriel Jesus getting unlucky off the shot. The ball falls back to him. It goes to Mane, who slides that one in to Jesus, and Jesus manages to tap that one home. We then get down the right-hand side in the 40th minute. Lovely little bit of skill there from Gabriel Jesus, and he slams that one. Kind of like prods that one into the back of the net to make it 3-0. And I felt like I was pretty secure at this point, pretty comfortable. We end up getting another nice goal there. The ball goes through to Mane, chipped it over the keeper to make it 4-0. And the guy had already cued a pause. I thought he was going to leave. He didn't. He carried on. We ended up making it 5-0 just before half-time as well here. The ball goes down the left-hand side. It finds its way into Alexis. Alexis Sanchez with a great bit of work on the edge of the box. Gets it to Iniesta, lays that to Mane, and Mane makes it 5. And I really thought the opponent would rage quit there. I thought there's no way he's going to stay in this game. But he ends up scoring 1 to make it 5-1. But it wasn't too long before it was 6-1. The ball gets whipped in. Maldini's there with a header. Keeper can get a hand to it, but because it's Romero in goal, it wasn't a strong enough hand, and it becomes 6-1. My opponent did pull a goal back to make it 6-2, but that was soon quashed as Mane put a darting run through the heart of this defence, gets into the box. He's got a square ball on. He lays it across, and Alexis Sanchez is there to make it 7-2. And that was all she wrote. I actually think my opponent might have scored 1 more goal. It might have finished 7-3. I can't quite remember. No, 7-2 is the final score. So we go into the final, guys, in our first draft back in a long time. So I was happy to be here. You know, I say to you guys a lot, I think a final is the best. Like, I think I should get to the final every time regardless. But we come up against a good team here. Ronaldo, Messi, that Delafeu card, Iniesta. And then a bit of a weird, weak centre-back pairing and just a weird defence in midfield. The team itself isn't, like, overly scary. And we end up scoring the first goal here on about the 10-minute mark. Mane goes into Iniesta. Iniesta to Gabriel Jesus. He just holds the ball up and waits for the run of Mane, who's just got too much pace for the left-back. Squares that across to Iniesta, and that's a beautiful finish to make it 1-0. I believe it became 2-0, or was it 1-1? No, it was 2-0. Iniesta there, back heels it. No, it was 1-1, sorry. I give the ball away, and this is a problem with my defence. Messi is just too fast for Fernandez. I've gone from having the ball in a goal-scoring opportunity to 3 passes later being at 1-1. And that was where that was. After it became 1-1, the game became insanely laggy. You can see here the players running around and stuttering. It was like that until I scored to make it 2-1. And I scored here to make it 2-1. Lionel Messi just gifted the ball. I don't think he meant to do it, of course, but we end up making it 2-1. And then here's where my problems really began. From kickoff, of course, we have scored a few kickoff goals here, but from kickoff, my opponent gets it through. I can't get there in time. My keeper runs out. I don't know what he's doing. He runs out to meet the ball and then kind of stops and dives away. So it became 2-2, and I was like, no problem. I've had the better of this game. I'm the better player in this game. It's a matter of time before I score again. And it was a matter of time before I scored again. And what a goal it was. In the 87th minute, Lionel Messi there scores to make it 3-2. And I thought that was going to be enough, but no. Our second kickoff goal in this game against us. And this is my problem, because this guy shouldn't have these opportunities. You know, I try and get a tackle in there. I can't get him in. He gets a stop and turn away. I try and just punt the ball away and do the right thing. Of course, it falls perfectly to him. He puts a left-footed cross in with DeMarcos, and Messi is the guy that meets the ball to win the header to score the goal. I couldn't believe it. It was still off of a kickoff as well. All I'd done is try to clear it. And then I managed to score again, however, to make it 4-3. Into extra time, I was still like the dominant player. I was still like, hey, I'm still going to win this game. You know what I mean? I'm dominating this guy. He's got back into the game 2 times through kickoff goals. So when I score again, I just need to stop him scoring from kickoff. But I couldn't. I went 4-3 up, and guess what? He scores from kickoff, but this one was the most frustrating one. I tackle him once there. We get in the space here. I tackle him again there. Falls back to him. Get in the space again. Read the play pretty well. 3 of my defenders. None of them can get it. It was a good finish in the end, but that then became 4-4. And at half-time and extra time, here are the stats for you guys. 15 shots, 11 on target for me. 59% possession. Much better pass accuracy. This guy at this point has got 3 of his goals because I just don't know how to defend kickoffs properly. And then from half-time and extra time, the next kickoff goal puts me 5-4 down. And again, I'm trying my best, man. I'm trying my best. I'm trying to select the right players. I'm trying to defend properly. I'm trying to cover the run spaces. But unfortunately, a few passes and boom. That was my 4th kickoff goal conceded. And I'm recording the gameplay section, like the commentary for the gameplay, late. Like I actually played the games yesterday by the time you're watching this, and I'm recording it today by the time you're watching this. So I've completely calmed down now. But I was fuming. I was so frustrated that I ended up losing a game. I did concede 2 120th minute goals because I went all out attack to try and get back into the game. But yeah, I could, like, if you just take away those 4 kickoff goals, it doesn't even go to extra time. If you just take away the 2 kickoff goals in regular time, it doesn't go to extra time. I win the game 3-1 or 2-1 or who knows what it would have been, but at full time. But yeah, I was fuming. But that being said, that guy he didn't do anything wrong. You know, he just played the game. He scored the goals. Fair play to him. And it's on EA, in my opinion, to just do something to counteract the strength of kickoffs. My bad for not scoring some kickoffs in this game. I could have put this game to bed ultimately, but I wasn't able to do so. And for my first draft back in a long time, relatively happy to get to the final, even if it meant losing it in terrible circumstances. So this, guys, is going to be the end of the gameplay. Let's get into the packs. Alright, guys, so we end up losing the draft final. I hate this game so much, man. This game just triggers me so much. I scored in the 10th minute with Iniesta. He equalised with Lionel Messi in the 30th minute. I scored in the 59th minute. He scored off of kickoff. I scored in the 87th minute. He scored off of kickoff. I scored in the 96th minute. He scored off of kickoff. And then he scored again off of kickoff at half-time in extra time. And he scored 2 120 goals because I was all out attack trying to get back into it. Like, 4 kickoff goals. I tried everything, you know. I tried doing the offside trap on one of them. I'll try and leave the clip, and on one of them I started selecting my strikers and running them back. No matter what I did, it just kept falling to him every time. And he scored 7 goals from 11 shots. He had not nearly as much possession. I had more shots on target. I literally can't believe I didn't win that game. I am so shocked. This game just frustrates me. It just doesn't reward skill, does it? And it's so sad because that guy has scored 4 goals because the defensive AI from kickoff just doesn't work. No skill because he scored those goals. And then the 2 120 goals as well. That's 6 of his goals just came from circumstances out of my control. And I know that probably sounds like I'm just complaining and trying to make excuses and stuff. I mean, maybe I am. Maybe I am. But that is absolutely absurd. I've never seen anything like it. I've seen kickoff goals before. And we know, generally, as a user base, we know that kickoff goals are a problem. But I tried so hard to stop him from scoring from kickoff. And it just didn't work any time. We get a Jumbo Premium Gold Pack and a Premium Gold Players Pack. I suppose that's not the worst. I've also got a couple of packs that are for Road to Glory, so I'm not going to open those now. So we'll start with the Jumbo Premium Gold Pack. We've made about 3,000 coins back from match coins, so we're looking for about 12,000 coins. It is a thin pack, so we're probably not going to get close to our 12,000 coins back off of this pack. It is going to be Krykowiak, so maybe 1,000 coins for him. We'll get maybe like, so 1, 2, 3, 4.5 between those. That'll put us to about 7.5. We'll add another 1,500 for those. That'll make it 6,000 off of this pack, plus the 3k match coins. That's maybe 9. 10 with the contracts. We've got a free pack. Just don't be a contract pack. 10 with the contracts, and the Manchester United away kit is about 300-400 coins. So maybe like 10,500 so far. And another 400 coins there. So we're about 11,000 coins so far returned. So we only need 4,000 coins from the Premium Gold Players Pack to make profit, which is ultimately the... which one? Let's do this one. Which ultimately is the reason behind the Draft to Glory. It's about making profit. So I think we'll be able to discard the other pack and still make profit. We're going to get... Paul Pogba! Whoa! A lone Paul Pogba. I'll take that. I might even use him for a few Foot Champs games. We're getting for 7 games there. That's not the worst loan I've ever seen. That's for damn sure. We'll send him into the club. We'll discard the remaining items. That isn't so bad, I suppose. And then a Premium Gold Players Pack as well, guys. Hopefully for a thick board, not a thin board, and see if we can get ourselves something decent. It is a thick board. Happy days. So we are going to make profit no matter what now. This is going to be an 83 rated player or higher. It's going to be Mario Mandzukic, so it is an 83 rated player. It's a Juve player, so it's going to be relatively expensive as well, just because of the Prime Icon SBCs. So that's not so bad. We're going to get, what, 3.5k? Wow, they're back under 3k. That's crazy. So 2.5k for him. And then the rest of these guys, look at that, man. This is why I hate these packs. Look at that. 2 of my shiny cards are silvers. This is a Premium Gold Players Pack. And I've got 2 silvers that are shiny. Hey, regardless, we could discard this for 3.2k. We've definitely made profit off of today's draft. But I am absolutely gutted that I lost that final, because the team was great. The team was really, really good. I was blown away by David Silva and Andres Iniesta. As passers of the ball, I thought they were just fantastic. I bought them off during the late games, just because I was enjoying also bringing on like Lionel Messi and Tolisso and stuff. But I thought they were great. I thought the team in general was great. It was a really well built hybrid. It was a 187 hybrid team, so I can't complain about that. I'm just gutted in myself that I let that guy score 4 kickoff goals. I wish EA would do something about it, but it's been so long now. 3 months into the game, they haven't done a damn thing about it so far, and I don't think they're going to do anything for the rest of the game. So we're just going to have to put up with that. This, though, guys, is going to be the end of the video. If you did enjoy it, be sure to leave a like, rating, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. But for now, guys, I'm out. Peace.